it. All right. We are live now. Good.
We're live. We're live.
We're alive. Thank you, everyone who is joining us, who is not very many people so far. But Jax, I guess I'll let you post on your groups. I think that I've already posted.
Sweet.
Yeah, just a word about YouTube. So I know that we've been having so many problems with YouTube. And I did some digging, and the reason that we're having so much trouble with YouTube is that because YouTube is completely overloaded right now, they're using bots to detect if something's wrong and not people. And so like they're flagging things by accident that shouldn't be flagged. For like either copyright or inappropriateness or like anything. They're using robots, they're not using people, and so like there's just, I don't really know what the workaround is. If anyone knows, then please share. But for now, the workaround is get off YouTube and come to Facebook. I don't know, man.
I mean, yeah.
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 That's what it is.
That's wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of weird stuff going. Hold on, this is going to get weird for a second. Hold on. There's a lot of weird stuff. Not what I'm saying, what I'm doing on the internet. I mean,
good morning, everyone.
There's a lot of weird stuff going on with like all of the, everybody is on the internet all the time.
Crazy.
Because there's nothing else to do, and people are teaching, and people are going to school, and people are Netflixing. So like there's so many wild, like my Tristan's one of his school websites has been down for a couple days.
Oh no.
Because all these kids are on it.
Oh no.
So yeah, it's been wild.
Yeah. Oh, Jax, we're matching. Look at us.
Look at us.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's warm up.
All right.
Yeah.
You're warming up. Cool.
I wish I could make the picture bigger on my computer. I don't know why I can't.
Oh, me too. Me too.
The volume up.
I can't.
What?
You're so small.
I know. When you do stuff, I've got to sometimes be like, what's going on? I'm like old lady voice.
I loved it. That was great. I'm also super jealous. Some people who follow along with us, I've seen them post pictures of us on their TV monitors.
Yeah, that's so smart.
Up that way. That's so smart.
I don't have one of those down here.
Yeah, seriously. Oof.
And words.
Oh my gosh, my shoulders are just like cracking all over the place.
Yeah, right? I hear mine.
Are you feeling any soreness from yesterday?
My arms.
Yeah.
Like all here.
Okay, well that's good, right?
Yeah, I'm down with it.
Okay, cool.
Super down with it.
Ooh. Ow.
Oh, neither way.
Oof. I feel like I need to come up with another reference for this move than SpongeBob. When I'm like, bring it around town, they're like, wow, you're into some kinky shit.
I'm a big SpongeBob fan.
Yeah. Do your boys, the boys that you're living with now, do they know SpongeBob?
They do, yeah.
Okay, well that's good.
That's great. David, not so much. David's like, it's rude.
That's not inaccurate.
It's true. But like, I also love SpongeBob, so I'm like, you're right, it is rude. Let's watch it. Walk out my feet.
But you know, rude isn't the worst thing.
No.
There are worse things to be than rude.
Yeah, way worse. Oh, so good. Other side. Oh, my sides are feeling sore.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna
realizing
more today.
Woo. Other side. And other side. And then two, 1, 2, switch, 1, 2, and then 1 for 1, 1, 1. Roll down. Wiggle out. So wiggle a little bit while I'm down here. Bend your knees. Stretch out those hips. Put your hands on the insides of your legs. Pop one shoulder forwards. And switch.
Oh, it is crack city over here.
So good though.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, good. Well, I have a whiteboard down here that we use for morning meeting for the boys. And somebody wrote on it last night. And for a minute I was like, because I see the permanent markers under the board. And I was like, whoa, but it looks like it's not. We're good. They were smart enough. All right. Good.
All right, let's do it.
We're gonna work some kicks. I suggest if you're in a carpet, a wall is ideal for this, but you don't need a wall. If you don't have a wall to lean against, you're gonna do this just in downward dog. I recommend that you have carpeting. If you're working on wood, then don't have any socks on that you can slip on. I'm gonna put my yoga mat under the wall. So I'm gonna walk us through what we're about to do. So I'm gonna bring my yoga mat over and I'm just gonna put it up against the wall because this is a basement and I'm wearing socks. So the thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna again work on our back kicks. And as a reminder, when we do these back kicks, we wanna make sure that our hips stay under us and pointing forward, right? They're not coming out. That's a different thing, right? Our hips are under us, lean back so that when I lift my back foot, my toes are pointed to the ground, right? They're not pointing out to the side. My hips aren't opening up. They're here. So what we're gonna do, and we're gonna do this for a minute. I'm gonna set my timer. Just watch first. I'll show you because I'm not good at describing it. I'm gonna put my hands on the floor and I'm gonna put my back against the wall as flat as I'm comfortable. And again, if you don't have a wall or if you're not super comfy with this, then you can do this in downward dog. But I'm gonna put my hands on the floor and I'm gonna walk back until my back is pressing against the wall.
Nice.
From here, I'm gonna lift one leg at a time. I'm gonna kick one leg for 30 seconds. Then we're gonna switch to the other leg. So it'll look like kick for 30 seconds and switch.
Awesome.
For 30 seconds. Making sure that my toes are pointed at the ground and they don't come out, right? It's not necessarily about height. It's about making sure these legs raise and lower in the right, what's the word I'm looking for? Toaster, I guess.
Yeah, toaster.
Yeah. And when you come out of this position, for those of you who haven't done this before, so we're here up against the wall, and I'm walking in slowly. When I come out of it, I'm gonna take one leg, step a little bit forward, drive the back leg down so I'm in a lunge, so that I can just kind of safely stand up.
I love that.
Because it's a weird thing that I'm asking you to do.
Yeah, it might take me like a minute to get into that position and actually be like comfortable with
Yeah,
it.
it's a little weird. So we'll give everybody just a minute to go ahead and get into position.
All right.
Getting my thing. Great. So go ahead, get into position.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go. It's one of my favorite things. But you are upside down, so it's weird.
Oh, this actually doesn't feel that bad. So Jax,
Yeah.
how close should my legs be to my hands?
As close as you are comfortable.
Okay.
That's going to depend on your own flexibility and your own comfortability.
What does comfort mean? Like my heels are on the floor? Like what does comfortable mean?
Comfort means you feel like you're not going to fall over, and it means that you can control the height of your leg. You can control the way that your leg is moving in the air.
I see.
If that makes sense. Like my heels, I keep my heels off the ground, and I feel like it gives me a better workout because I'm also working this back leg at the same time.
I see. Okay, cool. I'll do it.
So I'm gonna put the timer on. We're gonna go. We're gonna start with one leg. I'll take one more 30 seconds, and then we'll switch the other leg.
All right.
Right, here we go. Timer is on.
And go ahead.
Oh my gosh. Ooh, that's fun.
Yeah, I love this. This is what I used to do when I was taking tumbling lessons and trying to learn how to do backflips.
You were a tumbler?
No, I took tumbling lessons. So far. I can do a cartwheel now.
Okay. Oh yes, that's right.
Yep.
All of your cartwheels on Instagram. I love it.
Oh, my shirt's riding up. Hey.
Yay.
Make sure your toes are pointing to the ground the whole time. Don't turn those hips out. That's really difficult to do.
It is hard.
Because you want to get height, right? But you also want to keep that control. Oh, my shirt's all the way up. Y'all better be tipping us today.
It is so revealing, though. Are we on the other leg?
And we're done.
Okay.
Come out of that.
I don't want to do that more than a minute at a time because you're essentially upside down.
Oh no, I didn't catch that we switched legs.
Oh, that's okay because we're going to do it again.
Oh good. All right. Well, then I'll just
do it more than a minute at a time because we're upside down.
I was like, damn, I feel like this leg has been up in the air for a long time.
Yeah.
Cool.
Breath. I'm gonna roll my wrists out. I'm gonna go to doing it on my fists because my wrists are angry with me in my old age. Sorry about the belly, everybody. I'm working on my 6-pack.
Well, if everyone is doing their job, they can't see it anyway because they're also focused on their walls.
Each true Hollywood story. All right. Let's do it again. We're going to switch legs at the 30-minute mark, unless you're Alex, and then you're just going to do the opposite leg the whole time.
The whole time.
The whole time. All right, here we go. Hands to the ground.
Press your back up against that wall. And the clock is on. Ooh. Ooh, yeah, you've really got to tighten your abs for this.
Yeah. It is so telling though to see like, oh, well, this is where my hips start to open.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. You can really, really test your range of motion. And see what's going on with yourself.
It's very telling.
Yeah. I can't remember, what is it called when you're like, oh, I can't even think of the description. Switch legs?
I don't know. What is it?
I don't know. Like you're not doctoring yourself, but it's like
self-diagnosing?
Yeah, there it is. Self-diagnosing.
Okay.
Where you're like, how far can I open my leg up before it wants to turn?
Yeah.
And then how can I fix that?
Oh my gosh, for me, my range of motion is so limited because my hips are so like open.
Yeah. Yeah, I really can't take my leg up very far at all.
Yeah.
Open. And we're done. Come out of that slowly. Stop. Reset.
That was fun.
I love that one.
So I will just throw this out there since we will be doing the back bend again as well. We're going to be spending a lot of time where like our head is not necessarily above our body. So like drink water, come into and out of this stuff slowly, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Don't kill yourselves. Don't die.
Yeah. Yeah, because we're just doing this for fun. We didn't pay for like insurance for this.
Don't put that on the internet. But yeah, no, I think that's really,
it's true.
That's really important to say. Like, yeah, this is take care of yourselves. Do what you need to do. Don't do anything wild.
Indeed.
We're not responsible.
Not at all. Literally not at all.
Not at all. Not at all.
Oh. All right. Shall we punch a little bit?
Let's do some punching. Let's do some punches.
The way we're going to do this is that Jax is going to take us through again, and then I'm actually going to offer basically like the traditional alternative as it appears. So, yeah.
Yeah, for this first round, we're just going to go over the punches that we did yesterday, which was the jab, the cross, the hook, and the uppercut. So I'm going to come out here where you can see me. So the jab, Our feet are apart. One leg is in front of the other. Doesn't matter which one. Our fists are in, close to our face. Our elbows are tucked in. Our front fist, the one that is in front, is our jab. And that's also the leg that's in front. So it's same leg, same arm. That's the jab. And as we do this jab, we're going to take a tiny little step with it. So it's jab, step, jab, jab, jab. Switch feet. And jab, jab, jab. There's something on the floor. Jab, jab, jab. Switch feet. Jab, jab. Switch, jab, jab. Switch, jab, jab. Switch, jab, jab. Great. And this jab comes out and snaps back in. It's a quick motion. And you should exhale when you do it. The cross, if my left foot is forward, then my right foot is going to be my cross, and that's going to be my power kick, where I'm going to literally sink down into that back leg as I imagine I'm squishing a bug with my foot. Squish, yeah? Squish. So my hip is drilling down into the floor as I send that punch out. Because we want to draw our energy and our power from something very big and strong, which is the earth underneath of us. So draw all of that power from the earth, put it into your fist, bam, and punch them with it. For stage combat purposes, this punch comes out, and then it drops down, and then comes back up to the face. The next punch is the hook, and it's the opposite fist. It's going to be the one where your fist is setting forward. Bam! And I twist with this hip as well. I don't twist as much down, but there absolutely is. The punch is coming from my hips. If you just kind of stand neutrally and start swinging your hips, you'll notice that your arms just naturally go. Mm-hmm. That's kind of what the hook is for me, right? It's my hips are powering. I prep, and as I swing my hips around, it helps bring that fist around.
So, Jax.
Yes.
For me, the hip that is coming around, which in this case is the front hip, my foot is also pivoting.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a nasty stink bug under that foot too. You want to make sure that you kill it.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you my feet, my bottom half for a minute. Ooh. So on this cross, my back foot's going to pivot, and I'm going to sink down. On this hook, my front foot pivots, and I sink down a bit as well. So I'm doing this. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Great. Excellent, excellent. Excellent. So that's our jab, step, cross, hook. For the uppercut, my fist is coming down, and I'm coming straight up, right? This would be as if I was coming right under somebody's chin. And because it's a stage combat punch, I mean, it's a real punch, but because I'm a stage combat instructor, I'm going to follow through with my fist and go all the way up, so I end with a straight arm. Yeah, and I am pivoting on that back foot again. So every punch that I'm doing, I'm pivoting except for the jab, which is a step. Just a little, it's not even a step so much as I'm lifting my front foot and putting it back down again.
Yeah.
Tiny little shift.
Yeah. I will say too that like one of the reasons that I absolutely love boxing is that it makes me feel very powerful in my body because my body loves to drive energy from my hips.
Yeah, for sure. Me too.
The case too with like particularly more feminine bodies. Like I definitely feel like my hips are my powerhouse. Like this is where I get mileage to keep up with the guys. So I will say too that I don't know if you feel this way, Jax, but like for me specifically with the cross, because that is my most powerful punch. My most powerful punch is that cross. So what I'm thinking actually is I get more mileage out of it and more oblique engagement here if I'm actually thinking about taking this front hip and actually driving it back a little bit. What do you think about that?
I like that. I would say that I would warn people about not overextending this front knee.
100%, yeah.
But I like that. I like that as another way of thinking about this turn because it really is all about this hip movement, whether it's drilling down on this foot or taking this front hip and pulling it back.
Right.
Yeah. I say just watch out for like that action.
Right. It's I think that we're saying the same thing. Is like I don't think it's necessarily about pushing back with the hip. It's about like keeping your body and what somebody else could use as a target as small as possible.
Yeah, I think that's really great.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think right on.
Yeah.
I love that.
Sweet.
So
Yeah.
that's our jab, our cross, our hook, and our uppercut. So let's do them in that order. What do you say, Alex? What do you say we set a timer? We've got that order, and we can call them out, but we're not going to change the order right now, just so people can like catch up and get used to these movements. And we'll do it for a minute.
Yeah. So that you don't need to call them out, that is what they are.
Nice.
Yeah. But if you can, Jax, just call out when we should switch.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For sure. So this way you can also move at your own pace. If you want to stay with us, great. If you want to move it and really focus on these feet and go nice and slow, do that. I encourage you, if you are going to go really nice and slow, make sure that you're engaging all of these muscles, your abs, your biceps, right? Your fists are up. If you're going to work on your technique, really work on all of your technique.
Yeah. And if you're like me and you come from this background more from a fitness perspective rather than a stage combat perspective, what I personally am going to be working on is basically like the rotation that's different with stage combat versus actual boxing. For example, a jab is meant to get you mileage, but with stage combat, we talked earlier, Jax, about how you don't really close the distance in order to keep your partner safe. You actually do the rotation and the movement from the shoulders rather than closing a gap.
Right.
Looking for those minute differences is what I'm going to be focusing on if anyone wants to follow along with me.
I love it.
So, yeah. But any questions, type them in the comments. And yeah.
Yay. All right. I'm going to set the timer. We'll go for a minute.
All right.
And go ahead. Jab. Cross. Hook. Uppercut. Jab. Cross. Hook. Uppercut. Jab, cross, hook, uppercut. Jab, cross, hook, uppercut. Jab, cross, hook, uppercut. Switch. Jab. Cross. Hook. Uppercut. Jab. Cross. Hook. Uppercut. Jab, cross, hook, uppercut. I messed it up. Jab, cross, hook, uppercut. Again. 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 Nice, and that's a minute.
Sweet. So, Jack, something else that I'll bring up is that with traditional boxing, there is the option to hook and uppercut with both sides.
Mm-hmm.
So is it less likely that you're going to be hooking with your back? And similarly, is it less likely that you'll be uppercutting?
The thing with stage combat is the reason that we're doing these moves at all is to tell a story. So while most of these moves are based in a martial technique, it's really when you get to the stage or even film, it's about telling this story. So honestly, whatever the choreography is, whatever I feel like looks best in the moment is what we're going to do, even if it makes no logical sense at all. That's not the point. The point is to tell the story. So if I want to throw like a hook and an uppercut with one hand because of maybe my character doesn't have a left hand, or maybe the camera is on that side or the audience is on that side, so we have to, or maybe the script says that's what they do, then that's what they'll do.
Yeah.
There's really no rhyme or reason other than storytelling.
I love it.
Yeah.
Cool. You want to bend a little bit?
Let's bend.
Yeah, let's get bendy.
Yeah. Let's bend like Gumby.
Oh, I'm so excited. I feel every time we do this one, I feel better.
I love this one.
Yeah. So there's two options to this. Yeah, and we've done this a couple times before. I'm going to stand a little ways away from the wall, feet apart. I'm going to reach back. I'm just going to be just enough where I can reach my arms forward, up, and back, touch the wall, and come back. What I'm not doing is crunching my back. I'm thinking about my arms following a circle. So as I come up here, as I reach back, they're reaching up and out as they reach back to touch the wall and then come back.
For me, it feels like the motion of like, if any of you have ever done like a back dive or a back flip into the water, for me, it's I don't know if you'd say the same for you.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it's like. I would say, I'm going to set a timer because I can't really see my phone. The other option to this is, first, for this one, the reach back, we're trying to see if you can get lower and lower on the wall. So you go with your own range of motion. If as far as you get is here and you just touch the wall every time, great. If you can get like way, way down to here and then up, fantastic. Keep doing that for a full minute. The other option that you can do, that I might do today because my back is feeling better, is you're going to walk down the wall backwards. So the goal is to walk down to the wall, put your hands on the floor, and then walk back up the wall. It looks something like this. I'm not going to be able to go all the way down. It looks something like this. I lean back. I walk, and I go as far as I can, and then I walk myself back up.
I think you said the other option, Jax, is like if you're walking back on the wall, not to necessarily move your feet. Is that correct?
Yeah. I mean, adjust your feet as you need.
Yeah.
What you don't want to do is crunch your back.
Sure.
What you do want to do is make sure that your abs are engaged the whole time and you're not just relying on the wall. You're going to need the wall. There is a point where you're going to fall over because we're not all from Cirque du Soleil, right? But yeah, you want to really rely on your core muscles for this control.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Great.
Let's do the thing.
Yeah, let's do the thing.
All right, we've got 1 minute. Here we go. Timer's on. Woo!
Oh no, that noise didn't sound good.
Keep breathing.
Where do you feel yourself doing? Like we've talked before about exhaling on the work. Where do you feel the inhale and exhale on the movement?
Inhaling up, and then as I do this back and forth, let me see. I think I'm inhaling on the coming back up.
I think so too, because it's like that crunch movement.
Yeah. And it helps me come up.
Yeah, I definitely feel that to help engage my abs.
And that's our time.
Oh no.
Stop, timer, stop.
Whew, sweet.
Nice work, babies.
Yes, yes. Okay, more punching?
Yeah, let's do some more punching. Do you want to talk about numbers?
Sure. So this is a little less applicable because it is talking about the way that these punches have numbers in kickboxing. Kind of like how if, for example, you know, like how your blocks with a sword are numbered. Punches are numbered the same way. So in traditional boxing, 1 is a jab, 2 is your cross, 3 is a hook with your front, 4 is a hook with your back, and 5 is an uppercut with your front, and 6 is an uppercut with your back. So that's the way things will be called out if you go to a traditional boxing class. But for our purposes with stage combat, that's not necessarily as applicable because we're eliminating almost half our numbers. We're eliminating our 4 and we're eliminating our 5 because we're not doing a hook with the backhand and we're not doing an uppercut with the front hand. But what I think that the numbers do demonstrate super well, and I don't know if you would say the same. Actually, no, let's not say the same. What I was gonna like draw a parallel with blocks with a sword, but it's not the thing. What the numbers do demonstrate super well is that they tell the story of distance. They tell the story of distance because with every number, you're closing the distance between yourself and your opponent. Because like if you really think about it, the way that an uppercut is the way that an uppercut is designed is it's a movement where you concentrate your power very tightly. You concentrate your power very tightly towards your body, like assuming that you're very close to your opponent and you're just hammering them, you're just wailing on them. Whereas a jab is like, stay the fuck away from me. So that's what I think that the numbers do demonstrate super well. I don't want to get all tied up in numbers because I hate numbers, but I think that they're worth talking about so that if you go to a kickboxing class, you know what they're talking about. But again, it's very simple. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nothing more nuanced than that.
Yeah, and that's not to say in stage combat we couldn't do all 6.
Oh, sure.
That's what we have been doing. I'm down to do all 6 or to keep it with the four that we have.
Yeah, well, maybe let's incorporate the other 2 in, just so that we have just so that we continue facilitating that range of motion.
I love it.
So let me adjust our banner. So a jab is 1, a cross is 2. Let's say a downstage hand is a downstage hook is your 3, and an upstage hook is your 4. Let's throw in some theater jargon. 4 is a upstage hook. A 5 is a downstage uppercut, and a 6.
That's so hard. I like that they're just in order. I got kicked out of Catholic school when I was little because I couldn't. I had like dyslexia, but in numbers form. So they're like, we can't help you.
Yeah. I do the same thing. I've gotten parking tickets because I put the numbers in the wrong order on Park Mobile.
Yeah.
Yep, it's a thing.
So all you people who have a hard time with numbers, I see you.
Yes. Oh, all right. So yeah, I would just say that like maybe for this round, let's just again, I don't really think that it's super helpful to try to call out numbers. I mean, I think that it's something that people are going to organically pick up because it's pretty intuitive. But we can just set the timer and just get comfortable with if you haven't done a hook with your back with your back hand, then this would be the time to do so. And if you haven't done an uppercut with your front hand, because that's not what we've done yet, then I would encourage you to spend some time on that. So, yeah. Great.
So we'll all just go.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna call out stuff. I might call out some things to keep in mind, Alex, if you want to do the same thing. But we'll just keep going.
Yeah. Let's do it.
That box. All right, timer is on. Let's do it.
I will call out, you can keep boxing. Just remember to bring your hands up to your guard every time. Even if you're going for speed, don't go any faster than you can bring one hand up to guard your face. So I can't go because that's too fast for me to bring my guard up. But if I were doing 2 hooks, I need to make sure that something is always protecting my face because this is the moneymaker. I will be dropped by my agent if this,
For a minute.
Yeah.
Nice. Comment if you liked that. Moving on your own or not, because that's something new that we're trying.
Yes. Shall we do avoids now? Is that what we decided?
Yeah, let's do some avoids. So an avoid that I use a lot in unarmed is the bob and weave, which is basically like a duck. So if somebody's punching at me, I want to avoid it, right? I want to duck, but I don't want to duck just straight down. Sometimes I might, but what I would like to do is so if somebody's coming at me here, like say they're doing a nice roundhouse punch to the side of my face, I'm going to extend my left foot, which is the direction that the punch is coming from, tilt my head, squat, shift my weight to that right foot, and then come up. Because this way, as opposed to just ducking and coming up, I can move even closer into distance. So if you, the camera, are the person punching me, and if I just duck, I duck and I'm in the same place. But I can bob and weave towards you. So I can duck, bam,
Yes.
and I'm closer.
Yeah. I mean, I think that too, one of the benefits of bobbing and weaving is that like that's supposed to be disorienting to your opponent. So if they are throwing all of their weight to come give you a roundhouse to the face, that's what a duck and weave is for, so that you can kick them in the ass while they're going after where you were.
Absolutely. You're using their momentum against them.
Exactly.
So we're going to squat, step, tilt the head, squat more, up. Let's take the first squat out of it. Step, tilt the head, squat, and weave. Step, bob, and weave. Step, bob, and weave. And keep going on your own. Keep your fists up in front of you. Go to the front, and the back. Great. We're going to do this I'm going to set a timer. We're going to do it for a minute. Something to keep in mind, watch my back. I'm not doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm taking my center. I'm dropping it more or less straight down and coming back up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm always on balance. On balance. I'm never off balance.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It does.
So I'm just going to call out directions. Take them as you will. When I say left, I'm moving this way because that's my left. Right, that way. To the front, I'm actually going to move to the front 45. Front 45. Back 45. Back 45.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'll just call out some directions and we'll bob and weave for a minute.
Yeah. If any of you want an extra layer of workout, I will probably be adding in just like a little hop on the end of mine, just so that I can get a little bit more, just get my heart rate up a little bit.
Love it.
So,
that's great.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Get up, set in your guard. Get ready. And timer's on. Let's go to the left. To the right. To the front. Front again. Back. To the left. To the left.
it does feel so dancey. Oh, left.
That's to the right. To the front. To the front. And back. Left. Back. Front. Right.
We got moves.
Left. Front. Back. Front. Left.
Oh no.
Right. Back. Front. Keep your fists up. Front. Left. Right. And relax.
Oh. Cool.
Noise.
Yeah, I'm super glad that we've spent so much time on just getting our core right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I can definitely feel how if I were not engaged that entire time, then my lower back would definitely be feeling it to stay in that position. Because I mean, it might be another story with stage combat. I mean, especially because you might be playing a character who's super open. Like, you're not a threat to me. I'm ready to fight you. But in traditional boxing, like the first step of that the first step of that bob and weave is the position you live in. Like, this is where you live, because not only does it bring you closer to the ground, closer to your power source, but it also protects you.
Right, just like we did in sword fighting, right? We live in this stance with our legs. We never really come up here. Not really, unless we were doing those vaults. But even then, there was shifting of weight. It wasn't just standing neutrally. Yeah, and I'm going to even say, even if you are playing a character that's very confident, you're still not going to just like hang out.
Right.
Like there's going to be some activation of muscles.
Exactly.
That's a great thing to bring up, Alex.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, so I guess in this next, so I think that this is something that we can kind of just spend the next few minutes just playing around with, and we'll build on it later. But I think where bobbing and weaving really comes into play is when you are staging a dynamic fight. So your opponent is not going to stay in one place like a punching bag. You are going to have to like move with your opponent, move against them, dodge them, block them. So really where dodging and weaving comes in is that it's a great reinforcer of footwork to make you a dynamic fighter and to make you someone who activates the entire space, which is really important for theater, especially for theater in the round and a lot of Shakespeare. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So I would suggest, I want to put the timer on. We're going to have some time to cool down as always, but I want to put the timer on for another minute. And what I would like to suggest is that we do this punch routine that we've built, this set where it is, it's jab, cross, hook, uppercut, but then we do a bob and weave in between each set. Maybe we'll do two, either to the side, to the front, to the back. It's your choice, but it'll be jab, cross, hook, uppercut, bob and weave, and again, jab, cross, hook, uppercut, bob and weave, just so we're putting them all together. What do you think of that?
I love that. And I think that every time you bob and weave, I would encourage you to find another focus in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would encourage using that as your movement.
That's great. You're not just always looking at the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Great. So this is your Spotify playlist. It's going to come in handy because we're going to set the timer again for a minute. And you do you, and you can either follow along with us or you can do your own thing.
Yeah, we're just freaking cool, man. Yeah.
Follow your dream. All right. Let's get up and do it. Get ready. And timer's on. Go for it.
The bob and weave is also a really good place to switch which foot is in front and which foot is in back.
Don't forget to switch feet.
Only move as fast as you can bring your guard back up.
And then for a minute.
All right.
Nice.
You want me to cool down?
Yeah.
All right. I'm just hugging myself. Just hugging myself. And shaking my feet out at the same time.
Good job, us.
Yeah, good job, us. Oh, all right, and I'm bringing one arm across. Doesn't matter which one. Still keeping that finger activated. Because we aren't going to bed after this. We've got a day to conquer.
We got stuff to do. Whether it's doing school for kids or finishing that quart of ice cream and watching Tyler for the 8th time.
There's always something to do. Make sure your shoulder isn't rising up. We really want to encourage our shoulder to come down. And we're going to bring it to the back. If you can, / if you want, you can try to clasp your hands behind your back. Other side. Come on now. There you are. 6 minutes to find. And I'm bringing my hands up. Taking a look at my armpits that I haven't shaved in weeks.
Oh, I didn't do mine. That's not okay though.
With your feet here. This should feel really good on your entire front side.
Yeah, I'm really thinking of it pulling up and not bending back.
Yeah. And the momentum, you're gonna pull backward. I'm really thinking of lifting up my triceps here. And shake that out. I'm just gonna do a basic quad stretch. I will say that, first of all, I'm so happy that so many of you join us. We get about a few hundred of you a day in with us, so that's super exciting. Thank you for working out with us. And just front.
Yeah, I love it. I love and hate that so many people get involved with it.
And other way.
I think it's so great, but some of the things I say probably not be on the internet.
Yeah, totally.
I haven't had wine. I haven't incorporated wine all week.
No wine.
Oh, snap.
Other leg.
I'm running out. We're running out of alcohol. We've become fierce day drinkers.
Well, Pennsylvania, are your liquor stores even open anymore?
I don't know. I haven't.
Oh, no. To the front.
I think in some places they're essential. Like I know in New Jersey they're essential.
Hell yeah.
They might be closed.
Other side. And open up.
I'm here to tell you they're essential, but then at the same time I don't want to go out and get it either.
Totally.
Like it's, I can live without alcohol.
Yeah.
Little known fact, I can live without alcohol.
Bring it down, and I'm bringing this front foot, and I'm just leaning over it ever so slightly, flexing this foot. You can't really see my foot.
Ah, so good.
That feels really nice. And the other side. On a more serious note, I don't know how you all are. I don't know how you all are feeling, but if, like me, on top of pandemic anxiety, you are also feeling racial anxiety and feeling worried about the state of our country and worried about your safety and safety of your children and future children, I see you. And we're gonna cross one leg over and fold over. And it's important to talk about. It's important to talk about this and so that we know that we're not alone. Inhale to halfway back. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale.
Yeah, we make a lot of jokes, but like we're here for the serious stuff. There's serious stuff going on.
And roll up for 10, 9, 8. Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like, kicking the asses of zombies is one thing, but we also need to be kicking the asses of racists. Move, switch foot in the front, and swan dive over. And I know that it can feel really, really terrible to feel powerless right now. Inhale up, exhale. But hopefully, if nothing else, just having a little bit of time right now to reclaim your body and find its power, no matter what it looks like, how big it is, what color it is something that we can all do together through this class. And roll up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Namaste. All right. We will see you all here tomorrow. Anything to add, Jack?
No.
You are not with us tomorrow. Just so you know, we also have life coaching tomorrow at 10 a.m. right after this class. So if you would like some life coaching, if you want to talk about some of the things that we were just mentioning, or you want to talk about anything else that's going on with you, that's what life coaching is for. And then in the evening at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Jax and I will be participating in a panel called State of the Art, where we're going to talk about the future of our industry and what we can do about it, and also just monitoring the cosmic cultural shifts that will probably ensue after this. trying to get ahead of stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, also free.
Yay, free stuff. We're all
Free stuff.
you have money.
It's fine. It's fine. All right. Thank you all. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, you.